In the book of Genesis, chapter 45, we find Joseph revealing himself before his brethren that it is he who was the ruler under Pharaoh in the land of Egypt. But it said, then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him. And he cried, cause every man to go out from before me. As he now began to weep and reveal who he was to his brethren. And listen to verse 7. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity, a remnant in the earth, to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me here, but God. And he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and Lord of all the house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. You know, when you think about Joseph and who he was, in the Bible we read such great things about him as a dreamer, as someone God showed what the future looked like, even though he didn't understand it at the time. We find Joseph sold into slavery. We find him wrongfully accused and put in prison. We find him becoming a dream interpreter. He had dreams as a boy at 17. Now he's actually interpreting dreams for the butler, for the baker, and also Pharaoh's dreams. He went from the prison to the palace. He was second in command to Pharaoh, and he saved his family. God providentially used Joseph in such a mighty way that it saved all the people of the land. You know, Joseph didn't have to receive his brethren the way that he did after all that they had put him through that started the chain of events that I just told you of. And yet Joseph, the man that he is, says, it was not you that brought me here, but God. You know, Joseph was a noble man, and he was a godly man, and he had characteristics about him that we could only dream of having. So God used Joseph for such a time as this to not only save his family, but to save the land. And today we should know that because of what God did, so much greater plans were taking place than ever before. You see, sometimes you feel like that you're the one that's going through such rough times that you don't know how to handle it. You don't understand why you're there. You don't understand why you're going through these things. But can I tell you this tonight? God has chosen you for such a time as this. Allow God to use you and look to him for your guidance. Because I can promise you this, if he can do it for Joseph, he can do it for you.